Welcome to our for entertainment purposes only channel, Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm your host, Mike Rusnak.
I'm the other host, Everest Hall. Today we're going to speak about the new moon in Scorpio that is happening on November 13th at 2:27 a.m. Mountain Time.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I know we're
right
cutting it
before,
close.
We're right at the eve of this new moon. So 2:27 a.m. Mountain Time, 4:27 Eastern Time, and 9:27 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And this new moon packs a punch.
It packs a punch. It's pretty fiery.
Yeah, it really is, because Mars will be tightly conjunct to the Sun and Moon. The Sun and Moon will be at 20 degrees of Scorpio, and Mars will be at 22 degrees of Scorpio, and they will be opposed to Uranus in Taurus. Uranus retrograde in Taurus at 21 degrees, and that is leaving us feeling very, maybe jittery,
amped up. Mars is the
very eruptive energy.
Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. So that Scorpio energy is really powerful. It's very strong. I would imagine the way I'm kind of interpreting this is this whole year, in my interpretation, has been about realizing what we've digested from the COVID experience. We had this Aries double new moon in the spring. So I interpret that as being like individuation. What's your lesson? The eclipses are now over with Taurus and Scorpio, which is about value.
Right. And our North Node is in Aries, so that's speaking about individuality. And Aries is ruled by Mars. Again. So very much with the lessons on what have we realized in our subconscious work. Right, because it's very much about what's going on underneath the surface. And during this time,
secret, it's hidden. It's unconscious. And there's been a lot of unconscious development within everybody over this period of time.
Yeah, and also at the time of this new moon, we have Sun, Moon, and Mars trine to Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is at 25 degrees retrograde in Pisces, but Neptune rules our dreams. And this is pulling in a lot of what we've been dreaming, what we've been considering.
Our intuition.
You
know, like what's been,
just the work that we're doing that we're not telling everybody about, just stuff that's going on behind the surface, under the surface. And suddenly, with this new moon, it is time to plant seeds of expansion. Scorpionic seeds of expansion. So that talks about sex, death, but the rebirth part. And the rebirth part is, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that we frequently gloss over. We say, we have sex, death, rebirth, like the phoenix. But what does it mean to truly be reborn?
Well, and to take the initiative to move forward. It's almost that energy where if some people might not be fully aware in your conscious mind of where your next steps are and where you're developing further.
And with this eruptive energy, it's like people might instinctively just move. And then offend each other by their actions. But it needs to happen. It just needs to,
And there might be, like some really curious actions by your friends and family, which leaves people a little perplexed. Neptune is in Pisces, so it's like really powerful. Neptune, underwater, dreams, subconscious,
and that's trining to this new moon. So that's helping. So work with your dreams, work with your intuition. Mercury is in the sign of Sagittarius. Right? And Mercury in Sagittarius is okay, except that it is squaring Saturn in Pisces. So Mercury, communication, it's almost like Saturn will cut down and stop and pull the air out of anything that might be perceived as bullshit.
Or you might feel like you're unable to say something, that you're being kind of held back by something else, that Saturn blocking your speech and your thought could lead to some frustration. It could lead to some acting out. some strange passive aggressive energy
Yeah.
could kind of develop if you're not fully kind of aware of what's happening.
If you're not out ahead of the moon energies.
Yeah.
And this energy will last for the rest of November. So this this opposition between Mars and Uranus will run right through the end of this month. It lightens up around the 25th. But this will leave us feeling very jittery, anxious.
Volcanic. And speaking of, there's some interesting volcanic activity in Iceland. And just the Earth itself, it's like that Uranus in opposition to Mars, the Mars fire energy and the Uranus surprise and eruptive energy. That's kind of like what we're getting to, is that there's going to be surprises, it's going to be eruptive energy, but you can get ahead of it if you're conscious and truthful to yourself.
Stay grounded in your love.
Yeah.
Get good at just non-reaction. Think of yourself as becoming a one-person recycling plant.
Yeah, I like that notion.
Well, as we were just walking the dogs in the park, and I'm like, there's garbage. Let's just pick up the garbage. Let's throw it out. There's
without yelling at the people who are littering in the park.
Exactly. Without reacting to that, without cursing the people who left the litter. It's like, just pick it up.
Right.
This is the world we live in. It's riddled with fear and war and disease and deception, and everyone is also trying their best. And Scorpio, be like the phoenix, transform completely.
And I think that this is kind of the moon and the time of year where it's okay to rock the boat a bit and to shake people up. If there's something that has to get out and you need to express, and you've really been holding yourself back, you're not doing anybody any favors by holding back.
Even if you are holding back, Uranus will see to it that your secrets do get spilled.
It's gonna happen. You can't.
Yeah,
hold
Uranus
back.
is truth coming through.
And with the Neptune trine, the subconscious is going to come through, and it's going to happen either way you shake it. So it's just best to kind of speak your truth. If there's something you're sitting on that needs to be happening, that you need to be doing, or even like a new idea, a new project, just talking to it. That's something you've been kind of reserved about and quiet about, and be like, oh, I really think I would like to do this. And just by stating it and talking to people,
you're making it more real. You're making it concrete. You're putting it out there.
Right.
You're putting your intention out there.
So, Mike, Venus is in Libra.
Venus is at 5 degrees of Libra, trine to Pluto, 28 degrees of Capricorn.
Yes.
Pluto is also trine to Uranus. So there's this gorgeous Earth trine that is really helping move us along, and for the benefit of all mankind.
And Pluto rules Scorpio.
Yes.
And Venus rules Taurus. So there's like this real this like helpful energy on that Taurus Scorpio axis.
Yeah, and this new moon will affect mostly the fixed signs, primarily more than the others. Because, fixed signs, we like to grow into comfort and to do things and to not rock our own boat too much, not get out of our own.
We're both fixed signs. So I kind of dig in that groove, and I feel really confident in it.
We don't like change.
I don't really like.
We really don't.
Unless it's my idea, I don't really like change. I don't like change being pushed on me. But it's okay because it helps me grow.
So the Scorpio and Taurus signs will have the brunt of this energy.
Yeah.
This new moon will affect their 1st and 7th houses.
Yes.
Right.
So that's going to be relationships, like yourself, like the first house,
your
and then your
ego, and then your partnerships.
Right.
And for Leo and Aquarius, it will affect our 4th and 10th houses. So 4th house represented by Cancer and 10th represented by Capricorn.
Right. So your personal, private, and professional.
Safety, coziness, and then what we do for work. And it might get all jumbled up too. Like our family and our work life might just bleed together.
Yeah. And this is like part of this new age, this new era, this post-COVID world where it's a different place. It's a different energy. We have different responsibilities to ourselves and to the community and the whole. And
we're looking for the highest possible
Yeah.
frequency match, especially in times of Scorpio, where we are in a world that's, it's
dark.
Dark. It's full of war and disease and conflict, and we don't know who we could trust. But we're doing our best to become like the most beautiful, shining representation of ourselves that we can be.
Yeah. So, just kind of keep that image of the phoenix in your mind.
That one person recycling plant.
One circle.
Leaving everywhere a little bit cleaner than you found it. That may be, litter, the environment, or karmically with energy, with people's energy.
Burning it away.
And not reacting negatively.
Correct.
To pour that into the collective.
Yeah. If, there could be like a lot of kind of angry words said accidentally if we're not careful. I think that takes a little bit of bravery to say what you need to be.
To that anger, Uranus will make sure that it gets out, because this is the time where the bean gets spilled, where the secret gets outed.
Yes.
Scorpio. And it's all for the better.
It's all for the better. Yeah. Shake it up a little bit. It's good. So, are we good? Are we ready for tarot?
Let's do some tarot. Let's see what's going to happen.
We're going to do some tarot. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We are going to pull one card for each sign of the zodiac. So 12 cards.
Focusing on seeds of intention for reinvention. What does Mary Poppins say? She says, well begun is half done.
Well begun is half done. So the advice is going to be on how to reach the reinvention, the phoenix energy for this new moon.
Cut the cards, please.
Okay. Everybody out there can see. Okay. That feels right.
Okay. Now, we'll start with
Aries. Nice.
Ace of Wands.
Okay, Ace of Wands.
And the North Node has been in Aries, and it will continue to stay in Aries. And you're rocking it, and you're doing just fine. And you just like stand out of your own way, and no one can move in the direction instinctively like an Aries can without checking in with anyone else. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And so this is Wands. Wands represent fire.
Passions.
Aries is primary fire. Yeah. So this initiation, that's like get it started. Green light.
Here we go. All right. Taurus. Okay, Taurus.
Okay.
The 9 of Wands, and you could be feeling very beaten up by the eclipse energy. And with Uranus having been in your sign for a while and to remain in there till 2026,
it could be a surprise. It could be a lot for a Taurus. This is about guardrails. This is about boundaries.
Learning the hard way, learning through doing.
Yeah. So perhaps like where you're feeling fatigued and where you're feeling like really worn out, and where you need to put up these boundaries is showing you a vulnerable area that can be strengthened, and you might have some ideas on how to say, hold on. Enough.
Hang on. Right.
Okay.
Gemini. We have the Wheel of Fortune for you.
All right, Gemini. Wheel of Fortune. This represents Jupiter. This is good luck. This is good fortune. Gemini. Like where maybe you have like real ideas on how your fortune can be developed, and how you are lucky and expansive and help people and can communicate about new ideas and new growth and Jupiterian energies of expansion and good luck and faith.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that step, build something new. Cancer. We have the High Priestess.
Secrets, private area, Where are you, Cancer?
Where are you
Private.
too guarded?
Where are you too guarded? Where are you? Are you being secretive about something that's important to you?
Are you being unnecessarily secretive because it's a way to control?
Yes.
Is the control the safety? Is the control the stability?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. There is no control at all.
Right.
There's
No, there
only
is
the
no
illusion.
control. There is no control. And in your family, in your home, are you being controlling and holding back? Like a family, there needs to be an intimacy, like a sense of expression with each other to have a healthy family.
Yeah, a symbiosis.
A symbiosis, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I feel like this is kind of around that energy. You might need to speak up within your family about your home and such.
Leo. All right.
Leo.
The Two of Pentacles. It's tense, it's balancing, it's waiting, it's not very fun energy, right?
It's not well, I mean it could be fun, but it depends on where you are. Two of Pentacles has a lot to do with what you're good at and what you're not good at. The twos are kind of choices, so you're weighing and you're balancing these two things.
It's almost like a binary thinking. It's like it's either this or it's that, and then you hold that tension. Yes.
Are you doing something that you're not 100% on? Does it need to end? Is there something that you're not enjoying that
It
needs
feels like
release?
it feels like a bit of worry. That's not quite passing.
And that doesn't work with Leos. Like, it's joy and fun and happiness, and the show's it's so good, it's just so good. But it's a balance.
It's the responsibility.
It's a responsibility
that we need. Yeah. Leo. Virgo. Oh, okay. Virgo. The devil we have.
Yes.
For Virgo. The devil. And it's that servitude that you love to place yourself in to others, because that's how you know yourself and that's what you're good at. And you love being of service, but being of service means you're chaining yourself to others too. Are you being of service to yourself enough?
Yeah. Are you being honest with yourself?
Are you being
in how
honest
you're
with
being
yourself?
of service? Are you being honest with yourself? When you're not being honest with yourself, there's a toxicity
that
builds up within you. It's also Virgo's on the health axis. So like let's say if you're in a situation and you're not being honest about it, your body can really actually develop, quite severe issues. You can have gut health. You can have like a lot of pains. You can have like crazy headaches.
The body never lies.
No, the body doesn't lie. Perhaps Virgo, you're getting information from your body about something that you could be aware of that's developing a toxicity.
Yeah. Make sure that you have downtime, Virgo.
Bingo.
Okay. So this is the Eight of Pentacles for Libra.
Libra, what are you working hard at? Are you working too hard maybe at something? Is your work being appreciated?
With the South Node in Libra, are you overworking?
Are you overworking?
Are you over worried about
Yeah.
what we are getting away from in terms of your sign and the traits that your sign represents? Are you do you have blinders on?
Yeah.
Are you paying enough attention to those around, or are you just shutting out and grounding in your chores? Yeah.
Well, you see, all right. So you see this guy. He's got his face is to the work, and his back is kind of
to the town.
To the town.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of energy of, are you being blinded by the situation around you through your labor? Or,
let others in.
Yeah.
All right. Scorpio, the Knight of Pentacles for Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that works.
Yeah, it does work. So if you see this knight here, he's dressed in red. Leo. I mean, we've got Mars there.
Mars, yeah.
There. And he kind of is waiting for instructions on where to go and when to go. He's at a pause for the task to be initiated.
Waiting for that sign.
Yeah.
Listening for that sign.
Listening for the sign. So Scorpio, this new moon is happening in your first house. It's happening to you. So I would imagine like really listen once again to your body and to your subconscious.
Listen to the signs.
But you know, pause. You know, give it a minute before you go out. What is that phrase? Wait before the road, or
sit before the road.
Sit before the road.
Yeah, just sit, think about what you're doing. Just take a little extra time.
A little extra time, because I'm sure you have amazing ideas on where to go and what. I'm
sure you're energized by Mars too,
and we love it. But just give it a minute.
The drama.
Just give it a little minute. Pause before the rest.
Yeah. Scorpio,
Sagittarius.
Hello, Sagittarius.
Oh hi. We have hope. The star is about hope. If you see this beautiful figure is pouring information into the earth and into the waters. It represents Aquarius. So what's going on in your mind? Like, where's the new ideas? And now is kind of a time to get them out.
What are you doing with all the feelings, all the emotion that you feel? Where are you using that to create?
Right. I think
what are you doing with it? What's it going for? What's all the feeling, all the reaction, all the emotion? What is it for?
Yeah. And this is like a yes, a big yes card for you of do it. Get the information, replenish the earth and the mind of all your friends and family and loved ones and the people out there that you haven't met yet. You know, it's like a real kind of heady, hopeful, intellectual, go for it space.
Capricorn. I'm sorry. We have the 8 of Cups and...
So this is about, I interpret this card about feeling emotionally fulfilled with something and letting it go.
Letting it drop.
You've done the job, you've completed the task, and it's time to move on. Just because you're moving on emotionally from something doesn't mean that it doesn't cease to be viable or important. It's just there's a next thing to happen. You know, and it's kind of hard with Capricorns because you guys are such hard workers.
You want to dwell in the recognition for a long time.
Yeah, the recognition, but it's also like it's like the work itself is like the joy, and once the job is done,
it's sad.
And the work, I know it's kind of sad when the job is done.
Yeah.
And it's time to do something new. It's like when the season comes, it's time to move on.
It has to be shown something new. Yeah. Aquarius, you have the 8 of Swords.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aquarius is.
Try not to think too much. Swords are thoughts.
Perhaps Aquarius thinks they're stuck.
It's time to feel through it, not to think through it. And the feeling is not, you know, the Aquarian's first instinct, the feeling. It's the thinking.
Yeah.
Right? Well, open up your solar plexus to your intuition.
Trust dreams and the back of your head thoughts. So if you imagine this figure, she's bound, she's blindfolded, and she's surrounded by this cage of swords of thoughts. But if she were to think a different way,
if she were to
wiggle
just
her
put
way
her
out,
foot in the water, she could find her way through the sword forest.
right? So it's a matter of thinking different, not being victimized. This is kind of a card of victimization, but to find where you can flip the energy and not be victimized, but be heroic.
last but not least, we have Pisces.
Oh my God.
Ace
Okay.
of Cups.
Oh, this is all right. So I just got to say, we
beautiful.
started Aries with an Ace.
Yeah.
And we're ending Pisces with an Ace. That kind of lets me know that this is like a real important moon. You know, it's got this real kind of primary, fundamental energy. Ace of Cups is overwhelming, overflowing emotions, but also intuition.
Yeah. Use that trine with Neptune. Listen to your dreams.
Yeah.
Do some writing. Do some journaling.
Right. I think also do some, expression, some sort of communication with others. If you notice, the Ace, it's overflowing and it's flowing down on the earth. It's coming out and it's flowing over everybody. It's inclusive.
Creative wellspring.
Creative wellspring.
Yeah.
If there's a creative energy or an emotional energy that you've just been kind of sitting on and you want to get it out, now I think this is an excellent time to, sing that song.
Yeah.
Just tell someone how you feel.
This is a wonderfully transformative new moon.
Yeah.
For everyone. Just ask for it. Ask for the transformation and know that our reactions are different today.
Right.
They can be. We could react totally differently that we never would have even dreamed that we could do this. But we have the power. We have the keys.
Right. And like what we were saying in the spring, Mike, is that the 20th century's over. It's a recreation. We're new people. We're in a new time, and it's a new era.
Yeah.
And you can really be and do whoever you want.
Bring that creation in.
Yeah, and it's like, don't hold back, and kind of feel like how great this feels, and all the space in between. Hold on, like that. Like here we go.
Dream big, everybody.
Dream big, everybody, and don't be surprised, because some amazing and incredible things are going to happen for everyone, and we're really excited.
And don't get scared.
Don't be scared.
It's all just weather. Just keep breathing through it.
Yeah.
Don't react. Don't pour negative reactions back into the collective. Because then it'll just ricochet forever, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Turns to poop.
And with that, we thank you very much.
Very much. Bye.
Bye.